Can we hear me? Can we see me and can we hear me?
Yes, we can see and hear you.
Oh, great, awesome. All right. Am I to go ahead now?
Yes, please. You're welcome, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. So, great being here. Thank you guys for having me. Kudos also to the team and to the international nurse himself. He knows the guy I call international nurse, Prince Will. Thank you for this great opportunity. Let me start by saying we are going to have an awesome time. We are going to have more like the heart-to-heart discussion. But before we go on, I want to just quickly have a little quiz. I'm going to put up something. It's like a word puzzle, and I want everyone, to just type in and use that chat section and just tell me the first 4 words that you see. That quiz is coming up now. You're going to see it just now. So type and just say the first 4 words that you see. All right, can we see it? Can we all see it? Hello, can we all see it? So just type out very quickly in the comment section. Just type out very quickly the first seen it in our comment section. I'll use that to know people I'm talking to, and we'll go on from there. Yes, I see impatient. Who is that? Okay, let me check the chats. So not just one word, 4 words. 4 words. The first 4 words that you see. Yeah, all right, great. So let me start checking. I see, who is this? I see Susan. Susan says sentimental, insecure, honest, and love. Susan, does that really describe you? Does that describe you? Can you guys hear me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay, so I speaking to Susan. I said, does that you? The words you wrote out, does that describe you? Okay, if Susan is not responding, Omo Shalaya says pure, thorough, and peaceful. Does that describe you?
Yes.
Oh, right here, right? But there's a science to it, so we are going to get at that as we go on. Great. So, Nurse Ophelia says genuine, elegant, passionate, naive.
Yes, but I don't know about the naive.
Okay, maybe other people that part. Right. So, Lydia also says passionate, caring, happy, elegant. Awesome. Does that describe you, Lydia? Okay. Maga also, Amaga says lazy, patient, passionate, happy. Does that describe you? I'm trying to look for one man's own before we go on very quickly. Where are the men? Where are the men? Are there not men in the house? Okay, I see one new message. Let me check. Okay. Susan says yes. Just one more person. Olabanji, I hope Olabanji is a guy to reserve and peace. Is that true about you, Olabanji? Let me know. Okay, all right. So that's about that. Now, this is kind of weird, but I found it to be true. I used it on a couple of people, and it's kind of spot on. It's kind of spot on. All right. So that's great. It's great to be here one more time. So very quickly, we are going to be going into our discussion for today, and slides prepared, but for some reason, like some 20 minutes ago, I feel I should just share from my heart. I should share my own experience while I still touch on all the things that we are, that this is about. So I want to start by saying first and foremost that if you want to have superior results, or superior outcomes in life. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me just be sure you guys can hear me. Just say yes so that I go on.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Go on, sir.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So I want to start by saying this, that quiz you took has given you a bit of a hint about who you are. However, one of the things that is very important about outcomes in life is that whatever you see outside is as a result of what is happening inside here. And for a very long time, whatever outcomes we have right now, either in the kind of money that we have, the kind of job satisfaction that we have, the kind of influence that we have, it is almost 100% influenced by what is going on. If we want to make better impact, the first thing that we need to change is something that has to do with this place. And I want to say this without any form of shyness or anything. If I can ask maybe one more question, I think I want to just pick on one person and use that person as an example. Can you just, in 1 second, just type out, who do you think you are? I am what? Just say about yourself. Just say something about yourself. Define yourself. I am XYZ, I am this, I am that. Let me take it from there. Because many times when people come for seminars like this, sometimes it's the guy or the woman that is just talking. It's important that there is some kind of interaction. Somebody says, I am passionate about what I believe in. I am passionate, okay? I am a go-getter. I am bold. I think I am the most genuine person on earth. I am a force to be reckoned with. I am eager to learn, okay? I am driven. Now, what I want you to define now, all what we are using adjectives. Now, but I want you to define something about yourself beyond just saying, I am this, I am passionate, I am this. I want you to say something more. I want you to say something more, because the truth of the matter is that definition of life will determine how other people will embrace you. Work as yourself. Some people might say, I am a nurse. Some might say, I am a dad. Some might say, I'm a millionaire. Some might say, I'm a teacher. Some might say, so I want stuff like that. Can we do that very quickly? Very nice. I'm a force to be reckoned with. If someone says, I'm a nurse. Chika, can you just copy me now? I'm not a nurse, by the way. Who else? I am the best at what I do. Okay. I'm a people person. Great. Now, very quickly, I want to define a law that I have come to realize that determines our outcome in life. And that law, that principle, is the I am principle. For those who are probably of the Christian faith, the story I'm about to share, after I share my own life story, will define to you why I say this I am is very important. Now, if I should put it out as a wild guess, what would people think if you see me or you saw my resume, or maybe you met me somewhere or you heard me speak somewhere? What will you think I am? I mean, what do you think I studied in school? Who wants to just guess? What do you think I studied? Some people, when I ask that question, some okay, this nurse and psychologist, someone says mass communication. Okay. Another person, one more person, another person, mass communication, computer engineering. One more person, one more. Okay. You guys did everyone. In fact, I wanted to become a doctor. One of the most amazing things that I have come to realize is this. I studied medical science, and my first job was as a technology analyst. From a technology analyst, I became somebody that worked in real estate in a church. From a church, I worked in people that do repairs. In fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, up to now, I probably have worked in 7 different spheres. In 7 different principles that are, and that principle is the principle of I am. Whatever outcomes that you want in life is determined by who you are at that moment. And how is this? What is this principle of this I am principle? Someone saying the audio is bad. Is it that you guys can't hear me, or the noise behind is much, or what exactly is happening? Can you guys hear me better now?
But there's this maybe song like a mass choir going on the ground.
Today is Saturday, so probably it's a church that's having their choir rehearsal. Is it that
Yes,
loud?
loud. I can hear you.
Okay, but am I drowning the voice now? Am I drowning that sound now?
No, you're doing great at that. So we'll just manage and keep.
Okay, great. Now, so what's this I am principle? So there is this story in Exodus chapter 3, that's for those who are Christians, where God met God met Moses, and he saw a burning bush. There was this burning bush experience. I don't want to touch too much preaching on it. But there was a question that Moses asked God. He says that you are sending me to Pharaoh, right? This is a Moses who his outcomes before this time was that he was 80 something years old, and he was working for his father-in-law. You can imagine the insult. He was working for his father-in-law. So in essence, whatever outcomes he had of life didn't really make much sense. And God now asked God, oh, you are asking me now to change. You're asking me to become like a king, to go and deliver your people. Who will I say sent me? And God gave him a fundamental question. And that question, that answer, people think is just theoretical, but that is the fundamental principle of humanity. God did not introduce himself and say, I am God. He did not say, I am Jehovah. He did not say, I am whatever. God gave him a simple answer. He says, I am. You know what that means? That means that I am is just a potential. Whatever comes after is determined by the expression of the person in question. So in essence, God did not limit himself to just say, I am XYZ. I am, meaning that it's a potential. And if we are made in the image and likeness of God, what this means is that even though right now your job might be, oh, you are a nurse, that cannot be all that defines you. You can determine what comes after I am. In fact, we human beings are the creatures that God has created that has the potential to become anything we set our mind on to become. So ladies and gentlemen, the first thing I want us to understand in this discussion is this. You are a nurse, fantastic. You have a job, you have something that gets you income. But what's this? That cannot be all that defines you. There is more. There is more. In fact, for some of us, whatever it is that we are doing right now, whatever job it is that we have, or whatever career code that we think we have, is just a means of livelihood. We have not even started the journey at all. If I have the ability, I want to even touch on this a little further. As great as a job is, a job, a career cannot define you. It is you that need to deal with the other sides of expression that needs to come out. And I want to say this: if you are a nurse and you are not feeling fulfilled, first and foremost, maybe your issue is money. I want to say this to you. A job, no matter wherever you work from, can never give you that financial freedom you are looking for. So you know what that means? That already means that if you are looking for greater incomes, you are looking for superior outcome financially, you cannot get it from your job. It means that there is something else about you that needs to come out, that you need to redefine, that people need to know you about, that will make you. Let me use myself as an example. So I have been able to, in fact I do, there are many things I do, but I want to share an example with you. There was a time, so let me put it this way. I have also come to realize that those who have superior outcomes in every generation, they evolve. The person you met 5 years ago, if you meet them 5 years after, that person is different. The person is either doing, or a person has either consolidated on what he has been doing 5 years ago, or the person has even become somebody entirely from who you have seen. I am of that person, whether male or female, has changed, and because of that, there is a demand, and the newness has manifested. Can we hear me? Hope we can hear what I'm saying. So there was a time in my own life, for instance, I started with medical science, I wanted to be a doctor, but for some reason I realized that I lost interest, even though I still had, some desire to do things in the area of health. But I realized that I did this experiment, and I think this is the first experiment I will need us to do. There are two ways if you are looking for superior outcomes, especially when it comes to financial resources. There are two principles you will need. If we don't mind, I would like us to write this down, and probably just put it in the chat and write it down somewhere. You must make money on purpose, and you must make money in purpose. Let me say that again. You must make money on purpose, type it, and you must make money on purpose. Making money on purpose might be from a job, might be from a business, but making money on purpose, of course, making money on purpose is either from a job or from a business. But making money in purpose is making money from something that is thick about you, something that is inborn about you, something that is a passion, something that is a God-given potential that God has given you. So thank you very much. Who is the success? So you must make money on purpose and make money in purpose. For a very long time, I realized this very simple fact that you are a nurse. I want to believe that many of us are already employed. I believe we are making money on purpose, but we are not yet making money in purpose. And what is that in purpose? That in purpose is the you. That if you did not have the constraint of money, if you did not have the constraint of time, these are the kind of things that you should be doing. So for me, I want to give myself as an example why I said this too is important. So for me, as I started making money, I always thought that it was about passion. It was about making money on purpose. Making money on purpose. So for a long time, I would use my gifts. I'll try and learn things, but I realized that I was very broke. And I realized that, I needed to get a job. And I got a job, but the job wasn't giving me satisfaction. But I now realized that there are two sides to the coin. I have to make money on purpose, and I have to make money in purpose. Now, when it comes to even making money on purpose, if you have a job, it means that your only other option is to find a business. And what is the kind of business you look for? I don't know if any of us have heard of a guy, he's quite popular. His name is Waka Waka Doctor. I don't know if anyone has heard about Waka Waka Doctor. He's a medical doctor. But for a very strange reason, what this guy is known for right now is travels. He helps people travel abroad. In fact, on Instagram, he has over 100,000 followers. And he has started a business. In fact, there are brands. Oh yeah, someone says yes, and on TikTok. Great. Thank you, Grace. And there are brands that follow this guy. Now, what is amazing about this Waka Waka doctor guy now is this. His career as a doctor, he's still a doctor, but guess what? He's now making money in purpose. He has discovered that there is a passion about travel and helping other people travel. And guess what? I can tell you that what makes in terms of impact, in terms of money, is far more than what he's getting from just a doctor. So in essence, I want to ask and I want to challenge you this evening. What is something beyond just your career, beyond just your being a nurse, that is calling from your inside? What is that thing I will add to this that will help us on our journey very quickly? Is this: I've also come to find out that as good as passion is, as good as desire is, if there is no market for that thing that you desire, it is only your parents and your friends that will pay for your service. So in essence, beyond just having a passion or a desire, it might be smart if you want to become very visible very fast, and you want to have joy very fast, that first and foremost, start with your career. Look for problems. Are there any pressing problems that there are a lot of people that are looking for a solution for, and you now make yourself the solution in that area? Because this is the truth of the matter. Whatever side hustle, whatever business, whatever brand you are trying to project, if there is no starving market for it, you are not going to be very successful. So for instance, some people, let me use this as an example. I studied like I said, I studied basic medical science. I entered into technology, but there was a time, especially during COVID, business consultant and all that, and I realized that especially during COVID, that as great as coaching was, as good as it was making money, there was higher demand for things like remote working, for things like video. You know the smart thing that I did? I researched realized that, you know what, production. I learned in 6 months from coaching. Why is that? How did I have that superior outcome? Because I had to look without myself and realize where in the world, what are the demands that people have, and how can I become a solution for this? Because at the end of the day, even when we are talking about branding, it's not really about what you call yourself, it's about the solution that you are providing for a lot of people. That is what people will call you. That is how you are going to be known. So don't be stuck in just having a job. Think about solution. Think about where the world, the pressing needs in the world, whether it's in the area of health, whether it's in other areas, and create a solution and become that person that the world is looking out for. And that is how you increase your outcomes. Can we hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can we hear me?
But the voice dropped.
Yeah, I stopped because I thought I was hearing somebody's voice under something. Yeah, so okay, someone says yes, sir. Yeah, so like I was saying, one of the smartest things to do, you want to be a brand very quickly. You want to increase your outcomes in life. Beyond what you are, remember the I am principle. Don't just be stuck with a job. Don't just be stuck in a career and you want to do something that the other guys are not doing. And what's the other thing they are doing? Look for pressing needs. I don't know, maybe in health, there are areas where there are not too many solutions and there are nagging problems. You know what you need to do? Go and check that person as a market for it. Find out if this is something that people are willing to pay for, and that there's a lot of people who are looking for solutions to that. Read up. In fact, the fact that you are even medical means to some degree you know how to read. See, there is nothing that you cannot become if you are determined. You are determined to persevering crowd. If you find in your career or area in life that there is a high need and you see that you have some interest to be able to solve that problem, the solution. Now, what was he known as? He's known as Waka Waka doctor. He's making more from his travels. Is that stopping him from being a medical doctor? Of course not. But he has redefined himself. You can see, listen, your job, your career as a nurse, you are not made for it. It was made for you. You can't be a slave to it. You can't be a slave to it. So your career is a one end. So you want to rise, find something more. We know what's even happening in the country, in Nigeria, and even all over the world. As it is, you keep increasing your best year started. COVID, when a lot of people were complaining about, oh, no businesses, no job, blah, 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 blah. That was when I redefined myself, because I realized that beyond whatever it is that I have been pushing out, I need to find out where are the pressing needs in society, and I become a solution there. And very easily, money will gravitate towards you, influence will gravitate towards you, affluence also will gravitate towards you. I've just been told that my time is up, so
time up. Okay, we didn't start on time now because of the network issue. Let them extend the time a little bit, please.
Okay, thank you very much. We are very, very sorry for the inconveniences and the whole network difficulty. So we still have it down in the comments. I picked up a few questions. Sir, a question in a career.
Involved in a after computer age came and they refused to learn, they refused to evolve. What happened to them? They are stuck in the places where people want to sell jam forms. They are stuck in the places where people want to do affidavit. They have died. If you refuse to evolve, you refuse to get better, you are going to become irrelevant. You are going to even die poor. Your children will stop calling you mom, calling you momo, momo. That's humorous, but that it is pregnant with meaning. So if you refuse to evolve, I mean, you just go irrelevant. So we all must evolve. You must be a better than you were even 5 years ago. That's the consequence. You are muted, so I can't hear you. Max Walter, you are muted. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, now please, if you have any questions, please don't forget to leave it in the comment section. Then another question, sir. What are the practical ways to remain visible in a profession?
So it's still the same thing. When you hear the word city set on a hill, light, what is light? Solution. As long as you keep evolving and you keep solving problems, you always be known. So that should be like your motivating factor. There are many people we know who used to call them, oh, they used to be relevant many years ago, but they are no more relevant now. It's not that they are not relevant. The issue is that they stopped solving present problems and they are living in a bubble. So as long as you keep solving problems by becoming a problem solver, you keep rising in your career. And also, I think I need to add this also. You should also learn to blow your trumpet. Because sometimes, even when you are having success, if not too many people know that you are being successful, that means that you are going, your movement only those who have seen you physically. So you can amplify your reach through technology by using social media, videos, and other things, and networking events and stuff like that. So also beyond becoming a solution, learn to also blow your trumpet. That's when other people will start to clap for you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, sir. How can you go about
ideas reality? Okay, so the first thing I want to say is this. It might sound a bit harsh. Those who have probably been under any of my sessions or any of my interviews or training sessions, you know that I'm a bit different. I mean, no BS. Ideas are not that important. What is really important is a starving crowd and becoming a solution to a starving crowd. There is this code I want us to write. This is created by myself, but this is it. I said, ideas are good, businesses are better, but the market is the best. I want to say that again. Ideas are good, businesses are better, but the market is the best. If you have an idea, as good as it is, a business that people are already involved in is better than that idea. Now, what is the best thing that is better than the idea and the business? It is what the market is already starting to have. So if you must have an idea at all, let the market inspire you. Because if it is just what only you likes, only you will buy it. But if it is something that you have looked into the market that people are dying to have, and that is what inspires that idea, I can tell you the truth. If you execute the idea and even just sneeze, the idea will blow. So don't be too moved with go out, open your eyes, see where there are pains, see where, in fact, wherever you see pains. One of the reasons why, so those who have jackpot, God bless you, but if you have not jackpot in Nigeria, I want to say this to those living in third world countries. Third world countries are gold mines. Because wherever there are challenges, it means there's money to be made. So if you open your eyes, there are some of your ideas that look out for the one that people are hungry to get, people are willing to pay. That's what you should focus on. Don't be too, it's not really about you, it's about what other people need. You want other people's money. So it's not about satisfying you, it's about satisfying others. And the more you satisfy others, the more money, the more fame you're going to attract yourself.
Okay, all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, thank you very much, sir. I believe there are no more questions. Does anybody have any more questions? If you do, please, you have just a few seconds to ask them. Otherwise, we'll be saying, okay, we'll be wrapping up and closing the curtains for this session so we can proceed over to the next one. So any more questions? If you have any more questions, please. All right, I don't think there's any more questions for now. So we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for a very wonderful, mind-blowing and eye-opening session. Mr. Tobi, thank you so much. It was really nice having you around. Do you have any final words you have to do for us before you say goodbye?
So this is the last thing I want to say, and I hope it sticks. This conference is fantastic, but the truth of the matter is this: if you do not evolve, if you don't take action on everything you are hearing and meet a solution, become a solution in the market, you will just be looking for the next conference. You will just keep, people who are succeeding. So take action, evolve, become the best version of yourself, because there is no other person stopping you than you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for those final words of wisdom. We hope to get more time to interact with you again. So thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful and a very beautiful evening. God bless you, sir.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
All right, sir. Please, kindly leave a word of appreciation for him, or you can unmute your microphone to tell him thank you, please.
Thank you so much.